back here in country music capital.
It's great to be back with obviously a very busy week for all, but it's just one of the highlights of the year for us. Get into it and jump it all in, and we're loving it.
We can sleep next week. That's what next week's for.
Exactly. Yes. And when did you get into town? Just recently?
Tuesday?
Yeah. Tom had the travel day from hell, a few flight cancellations.
I'll go as far to say, of my 15 years of touring, potentially the worst travel day ever. Woke up at 2 a.m. at my house, obviously, to a cancelled 6 a.m. flight. Then had to be in town by 2 to do the sound check with the Wiggles, which I was very excited about because I've got the young kids. So me and my wife at 2 a.m. are rebooking flights, and then I missed the connecting because the flights I got rebooked on.
Long story
short,
he walked in the door with 5 minutes to go before he had to be on stage with the Wiggles, which I was very happy about because I have pretty much zero child interaction skills, and I was concerned that I was going to have to do a solo arena of to a room full of kids. So, yeah.
And that would have been a very interesting introduction. Here's the Wolfe brother.
Yeah. So
we don't have plural this time, just the one.
Anyway, it all worked out, and we've been going hard ever since.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, you've collaborated with a lot of people over the years, but why is the Wiggles now been a pinnacle?
It's been so lovely. I mean, obviously, probably so a little bit for me, being a dad of two young girls who are obsessed with the Wiggles. We've sort of been laughing this week because, we've met some great people, worked with some incredible people. We're very lucky in our career, but I don't think I've ever been as nervous as I have been to work with the Wiggles. I think as I'm just exposed to it every day.
Driving when we went and recorded the song and went to their facility and did it all, Tom was like peeking out. I've never seen anything like it. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I'm like pulling up down the road like, okay.
It's hyperventilating.
It's sounding good. So it's just been wonderful. And I mean, what I've really enjoyed is obviously seeing videos and all that stuff. They seem like the most lovely people, but they are the most lovely people, and they're just so much about being collaborative, and they're such a team and so positive. Like in the studio, they're all in there while we're recording, and they're all encouraging us to do things, and I'll try that harmony, do this. I was like, oh wow, this is great, it wasn't, I don't know, I thought
it's not just something they slapped together for kids, it's really it's
a lot of care.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A lot of care, a lot of love.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Well, I think it's just such a fun project, and it's cool that the Wiggles have gone country. I mean, country's always been cool here in Tamworth, but it's awesome that the next generation are sort of getting introduced to this.
That's exactly right.
This genre.
I think actually think it's going to make generationally in 10, 15 years time, when these kids are growing up being teenagers, I think that seeds that were planted back right now of country are going to come out. So all the ones learning music and stuff, I think they're actually doing a really good thing for Australian country doing this.
Really agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree. And I mean, for you fellas, I mean, when you were young and growing up, the country music influence, it was always there for you?
Yeah, well, Mum was so into when I was a kid in the early 90s, that was the big boom of, Garth Brooks, Achy Breaky Heart and all that stuff, and line dancing and stuff. So I think that's kind of a big part of why we do it now, whether we knew it or not at the time, but that eventually came back out when we started writing the songs, and so I think it's cool.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, and look, I mean, you've got, again, 3 Golden Guitar nominations for the 53rd Golden Guitar Awards this Saturday. I remember chatting to you both backstage at last year's awards. And does it ever get old? Is it still the energy and the excitement?
No, it's fantastic.
And the thrill?
It's fantastic. The only the cool thing with it now is because we've won a few, there's not that kind of pressure and kind of worry, whole before we won any gold guitars, we'd always worry, is this going to be the year, and you'd have that in the back of your mind this week. And look, if we won another one, that'd be fantastic, but it's more now for us just about have a great night, celebrate Australian country, have a great week in Tamworth, and if we take another one home, that's absolutely sensational. I'll clear a bit of space on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, it feels a lot less pressure.
Yeah.
And I think we can just enjoy it more. Because I think before we got our first Golden Guitar win, there was 13 nominations and 13 losses. So we were sort of driving out of town every Sunday, like, pretty disgruntled is maybe the radio-friendly word. But
yeah.
They take a bit of getting.
They do. They do.
You got to earn them, and we're so grateful to have gotten the ones we've got. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, good luck on Saturday with again with those nominations, and it's wonderful to see. I know when I spoke to you, Tom, across last year on a few occasions, in terms of current music, you guys just seem really happy with where you're at.
Absolutely, yeah. We're sort of at a stage where we're not that we've ever done this, but there's zero thinking, okay, this kind of sounds trending, we're going to chase that. It's literally we're just doing what we like, and if that's rocking it up a bit more, we'll do that. If that's going more country, we do that, you know. And that's a really good place to be, and I think that's kind of, you should just be yourself all the time, you know.
But it's so hard, like, you know, when we were thrown onto the scene from a reality TV show, we've been hyped up as, you know, the next big thing. And we were a pub band, and then you've got people in record companies saying, should do this, and, you know, and it's very hard to navigate. And I'm very proud of the way we've navigated it. But yeah, anytime I sort of hear them voices that are like, oh, no, you need something that sounds like this that works on a playlist, this will really hit on the radio, I kind of go, oh, okay, let's do the opposite. Yeah. My brain goes, let's do the opposite now. We got to working on some new stuff, and there was some worry that it wasn't right from some people, and I thought, no, that good. I mean, we're right. We're on the right track now. So,
I mean, we're out there every week playing to the people that like our stuff.
Yeah,
like I think we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I think,
yes. You're getting it straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, you had beer in a bar with Kaylee Bell, great collaboration last year, and then, of course, Little by Little, which I have to admit was a bit of a personal favourite of mine from last year. Looking at 2025, you just tease that there's even more new music coming up. Is it going to be a big year of projects?
Yeah, it probably won't be our biggest year of touring. We've gone really hard since the pandemic. This year for us, there's going to be a new album. There's going to be some really cool new music coming out. And we want to try a few different things, work with a few different artists this year. And just, again, if there's something, we're very open to things. If something comes along that we think that would be really fun, we're going to have a go and do it.
If Bluey comes along.
If Bluey comes along, I've got the episode idea pitch. We were very open to it. Actually, look, and anyone out there listening, Friday at 11:50, we're shooting a music video.
Friday's tomorrow.
We've
lost track of the days.
Yes,
Don't worry, most of us have, yes.
We're shooting a music video for the next single.
Wow.
It's going to be a good friend of ours with us.
Young up-and-comer with the name of Lee Kernahan.
Yeah.
We're joining forces with Lee again for this song. We're pretty pumped about this one. It's just when we write it, we're like, this
feels Lee.
We need the great man
to be
involved in this one.
Yep.
And so, Fan Zone tomorrow, 11:50. We're going to shoot a music video for this.
We are.
So everyone come down, be part of it. And let's make it a big one in the country capital. So
nice.
Awesome.
Let's fill Peel Street, that section in front of Fan Zone. Let's pack it out. Now, fellas, Tom and Nick, you've got your guitars with you.
Yeah.
What song are you going to perform for us today?
I thought we'd kick off our day today with something a little chilled and something with the Wiggles. So we're going to a bit of Dorothy Doll for you today.
Go.
Dorothy Doll.
Here you go.
Here we go.
Riding down a dusty road, countryside into the unknown. There's birds flying high, not a cloud in the sky. And when the sun sets, we'll see the moon. Mom is driving, Dad's in the front. Bumpy roads are so much fun. We all sing along to the tune of the song with my Dorothy doll. Ride down the dusty road with my Dolly Dorothy. She's more than just cotton and buttons and foam. She makes me feel like I'm right at home. Dorothy, Dorothy, don't. Dorothy, don't. Dorothy, Dorothy, don't. She makes me feel like I'm right at home. Around the mountains, wind blowing in the trees. There's jumping kangaroos, there's buzzy bees. We're all buckled up in the back seat of the car with my Dorothy doll. Ride down the dusty road with my Dolly Dorothy. She's more than just cotton and buttons and foam. She makes me feel like I'm right at home. Dorothy, Dorothy, don't. Dorothy, don't. Dorothy, Dorothy, don't. She makes me feel like I'm right at home. Yeah.
Little Dorothy doll on 1287 2TM.
Nice song. Doesn't that make you feel good?
It is a good song.
I'm a 40-year-old man. That makes me feel good. You know?
It's got a bit of heart about it.
It does.
And I love that because they're doing country, and I think they've tapped into it, really tapped into it there.
I love it.
It's a great little country song.
It is. Now, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more of the Wolfe Brothers after this.
Following a sold-out Australian tour, Keita Alexander is heading to Diggers. Keita has featured on Dance Anthems with Fisher and Laurel and had a huge hit Date Night featuring Morgan Evans. Don't miss ARIA-nominated Keita Alexander Sunday, January 26. Tickets on sale now at wtlc.com.au. This show is strictly 18+.
When you need construction or building supplies, you need Bearcon Supplies. They have everything you need, including sealants, silicons, adhesives, nails, drills, bolts, screws, saws, and safety gear. Plus all the big brands like Sika, Flextool, and Milwaukee. Get the picture? Get on to Bearcon, your locally owned and operated construction store in Plain Street, Taminda. With free delivery to your site, just Bearcon it. See the guys at Bearcon Supplies, Plain Street, Taminda, or call 6762 4580.
There's only one place in Tamworth where you can experience suspense, action, comedy, love. And that's at Forum 6 Cinema Tamworth. Check out the latest Hollywood blockbusters on the big screen. Become a Forum Club member for $20 and get your first movie for free, plus discounted tickets. T's and C's apply. Experience the latest blockbuster movies now at Forum 6 Cinema, Peel Street.
What's so super about Super Steel Tamworth? Our steel products are Northwest New South Wales' trusted and affordable choice. We are your local suppliers of all things steel, with super prices and super service. Supplying quality steel products including RHS, fencing materials, farm gates, hinges and fittings, along with cutting, bundling and prompt delivery. Speak to Super Steel Tamworth today. Our friendly team are here to help with all your steel needs. Find Super Steel on Macintosh Street, just off the Gunnedah Road in Taminda, or call 6765 8800.
At Kidman, they're more than a brand. Stocking high-quality clothing, boots and accessories, they're an Australian legacy. Supplying Rossi boots, plus new-to-market Kidman one-piece leather boots, along with Dryzerbone jackets, Kidman clothing and other accessories. Head in-store during the Tamworth Country Music Festival for special promotions. From cattlemen to stock women, young adventurers to seasoned hands, Kidman has the goods for you. Kidman, Tamworth Home Space, Gunnaganoo Road.
Link Airways, flying direct between Tamworth and Brisbane.
Welcome aboard Link Airways.
linkairways.com. For business or pleasure, getting to Brisbane just got a whole lot easier.
1287 2TM, with Tamworth's best festival coverage thanks to McDonald's. Check out the interactive McDonald's space in Fitzroy Street. 1287 2TM.
And we are back with the Wolfe Brothers. Still joining me in the studio, Tom and Nick. And Tom, we were just talking about your guitar. I have never seen an acoustic bass before.
Yeah, this is a... It's a great little bass. It's a little Fender. You don't see a lot of acoustic basses. The people would have definitely heard of an acoustic bass. The most sort of common one is Blister in the Sun. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's an acoustic bass. But this one I bought up. I flew up to do, because you do so many of these interviews and little appearances, and I thought, well, that it makes a point of difference not just having two acoustic guitars. But I don't know, yesterday, going in and out of the hot car into aircon radio studios, this thing just would not keep in tune.
Pretty hard in the guitars.
It just did not enjoy yesterday at all. So last night when we got home the other night, I was in the lounge room of our accommodation and I was stretching the strings out, just trying to get it back in tune.
In tune, yeah.
It seems to be working today. So far,
so good.
See what the Tamworth weather can do to it today.
Well, crazy at the start of the festival, it was cool. I mean, I was down at Fan Zone on the first day on the Friday of the festival, and I was looking out into the audience, and there's people wearing tracksuit pants and jumpers.
Tom and I made a pact this year before we came up here, and we said, if either of us talks about the weather or how hot it is, we get to slap each other in the face.
Yes. Because, you feel like you
and
see
I've just
everyone.
now brought that up.
It was you who brought it up. So that's okay. It wasn't Tom. It's usually Tom like,
it's hot.
Isn't it?
Because I feel like...
Everyone says that, mate. Like, talk about something else.
I feel like every other artist too, you see.
Yep.
And you have brief interactions like, g'day, mate, it's hot, isn't it? Oh, okay. And I was like, this year, every time I've seen an artist, I'm like, how are you going? Are you having a good week? I've made a real effort not to do it. And I'm having better conversations with people.
That's good.
So,
it's been a good thing.
Now, you just mentioned to me that you've got two big shows at the Long Yard, which, I mean, it's a beaut venue, and you've rocked that before when you've been here in Tamworth. But the Live at the Long Yard, the family show at 4 p.m. tomorrow, it is sold out.
It is, which is fantastic.
Packed to the rafters.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. And our second show in the evening, that is getting very close to sold out. So if you're on the fence, I would jump off the fence and grab a ticket.
I think
ASAP.
I think as of this morning, there's only like 50 tickets left, so that'll go today.
Okay.
So get in quick. It's going to be anything and everything will happen, let me tell you.
Well, it's over 18s only. You've got Robbie Mortimer as support, so that's going to be a fun time. So, yeah, definitely jump online, oztix.com.au. And as you said before, keep in mind Fan Zone on Friday if you'd like to be in the crowd for a pretty special music video.
Yeah, we're excited. We've never done one down at Fan Zone, so I'm excited for this. And the song is called Country is Coming to Town, and it feels very appropriate to be doing it down on Peel Street.
Pretty straight down the line, rocking, good time country music.
Yeah.
And, I think people are going to like it. I think it's going to be a great day down there.
So what time do we need to keep in mind again?
I think we're on stage at 11:50, so get down there at 11:30, get ready, get in prime position.
Yep.
Got to be in prime position,
Yeah.
and we're going to be rocking and rolling.
Fantastic. Well, Tom and Nick, thank you so much for coming in. Great to have the Wolfe Brothers back in town. Enjoy the festival, and I'm sure we'll catch up again sometime real soon.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Pleasure. Thank you.